check, check. Alright, let's see. 10:30 on May 10th. It's getting a bit gusty. I don't know if we should go up or not, but it's kind of down the runway. Although it might be shifting again. So let's just see what happens.
One 354 Zulu observation. Wind 300 at 14. Gust 20. Weather is better than 5005. Temperature 11. Dew point -01. Altimeter 3014. Runway 33 in use. Expect visual approach. Hazardous weather information for Pennsylvania available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact. You have information Zulu.
Zulu.
Johnstown Tower information Zulu. 1354 Zulu observation. Wind 300 at 14. Gust 20. Weather is better than 5005. Temperature 11. Dew point -01. Altimeter 3014. Runway 33 in use. Expect visual approach. Hazardous weather information for Pennsylvania available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact. You have information Zulu.
Alright, Zulu. We have oil pressure, we have temperature. Good, reset all that. Voltage is a tad low, but our RPMs are low right now. I played with some of the squelch. I don't know if it's good or not. Just playing with the mixture. Yeah, seems like everything's okay. We're already on the electronic ignition. Points are working. It's a little hard to start this morning. Don't know why. It's 50 degrees out, 52 degrees out. Starting hub 2.4. Alright, this is just going to be another short flight. Probably kind of do the same as last time. I don't know if this will even get posted, so this is probably just for me right now. Alright. EGTs are at 1,000, heads are at 250, 246. Oil pressure's at 29, temperature's still a little bit low. I turned off the carburetor because it was reading just crazy settings. Last time after we landed, it set it to like 360 degrees. And there's absolutely no way that we would be up at that hot. It'd be boiling all the fuel out of the carburetor. It's a sensor that fits the carburetor, but it didn't have any pre-made settings in the unit, so I had to give it some points. And obviously, I need to go up with some boiling water and check the sensor and give it some better points. All right, so we have the altimeter set. Seems about right. All right, we got weather. Got tower in. Memory really is nice on this little guy. I guess all we're going to do is going to go up, maybe make a lap or two up high. Maybe adjust the squelch again. And then come in for a landing. It's gusting 20, unfortunately. And that doesn't give me a real warm, fuzzy feeling. But I of the nature of this airport. We're sitting on kind of a little plateau with hills the whole way around us. So we have hills, valleys, and then a plateau. But we are using the big runway today. I know you probably can't see it, but we're using 3-3. Only downside is it's all valleys out this way. When we took off last time, it was on 5, and it's kind of some flat fields out here. All right, let's see if she'll idle down now. Yeah, no problem. Here's 1,000. But if we keep the RPM up just a little bit, then it helps with charging. The alternator is on the back of the engine, and it's just a direct drive. Go ahead and pull this canopy down. And pin it, and latch it. Well, let's go see what happens. Southbound ground experimental 3848 Delta is at hangar 11 with Zulu. I'd like to do another test flight if possible. Climb up, orbit the airport 4,500 feet, or well, between 45 and 5,000. Just make a few laps and then come back in for a landing.
Number 3848 Delta, Johnstown, ground. You can taxi runway 33 via Foxtrot and Bravo.
All right, Foxtrot Bravo 233, 48 Delta. Alright, that noise was the ADS-B kicking on. Looks like the crosswind's going to get bad.
Delta Tower, how's your intentions? You just plan on staying on tower frequency?
Yeah, I'll probably just stay on tower once I get on the runway.
Sounds good.
I don't know, it's looking like we got a pretty good crosswind now. I don't know. We got a crosswind, but it's not awful. That other flag must have just been a little bit goofy. Looks like the flag's kicking up. Probably realistically 13 knots gust. Alright, we don't have a ton of fuel, but we have enough for a few laps around the pattern. Actually, we have probably enough for an hour's worth of flight, but I don't know. The other thing that's strange is that, I'm so used to flying planes with, 40, 50, 70 gallons of fuel, and, you just take off, but you think, oh, I've got 20 gallons of fuel, let's go ahead and put some more in the tank. This little guy, what is it? Absolute full is 16 gallons, so. Alright. Alright, we're going to have a crosswind coming from our left, so be aware of that. Do a little bit of a run up. Doesn't take much in this plane. Just make sure it's smooth. Check both of our ignitions. And really, that's about it. Alright. We're not going to fly our tail. Just going to keep it on the ground. It's amazing. We've got an outside temperature of, it's come up to 60 degrees, I guess, but it's toasty in here. Alright, our canopy is latched and pinned. That is a mandatory. Don't have any weird smells. We have pressure. Temp. We're at 150. Everything looks good there. Everything's in the green. Let's go ahead and put it on altitude this time so they can get us. Make sure we're squawk at 12. The nice thing about the Echo is, last time they said they didn't really see us. I turned it on wrong, but in the hangar I can actually see my own squawk code back through the Echo. So I know it's actually working. And we did have this tested. I mean, we need it. Legally, it's got to be tested before we can use it. Okay. I think this is one turn, which is what we did last time. Where are we at? Bravo, 3-3. Sorry, I'm nervous. There's no way to hide that. But, alright, we're going to do one flap this takeoff. Just because we were kind of suggested to, and we know that our flaps are okay. Tower's in. Johnstown Tower, experimental 3848. Delta is holding short runway 33 at Bravo, ready for our next test flight.
General
Waiex Delta, Johnstown Tower, runway 33, wind 290 at 13, gusting 23, clear for takeoff.
Alright, clear for takeoff. Wish me luck.
Tower bearing 7 Mike Whiskey, expecting 33.
57 Mike Whiskey, Johnstown Tower, good morning. Report a right base, runway 33.
Morning, we'll report a right base 33 for Mike Whiskey.
Alright, clear over there, clear over there. Flag showing left, crosswind. I don't even know how much cross-wind correction I should put in. Thing's so sensitive. But we're on the big runway, so we'll just see what happens. Alright, there's the 3-3. We're lined up. Everything looks okay. Get on the center line. Alright, let's do it. Alright, full power. Airspeed's alive. Yep, that's a bit of a crosswind. That's more than I'd have liked. Alright, let's get these flaps out. Oh. Yep, bumpy. Alright, charging. Temp's good. Have 25 PSI. Climbing 600 feet per minute. Let's get back over the runway. Showing 2800 RPM at 2820. That's full power. Nerve-wracking, but fun. .800 feet per minute. The landing's going to be fun. That's probably not the best day to have done this. Alright, so it's right under that amp switch.
Anywhere west if you're right above 4,000. Downtown Tower, bearing 44 to the Alpha, runway 33. 54 November Kilo, Johnstown, runway 33, wind 290 13, gusting 23, clear to land. Clear to land, 44 November Kilo.
Temps are still good, pressure's okay. It's a little low actually. I'd like to see that higher. Yeah, we can get up to 1,000 feet per minute if we want to pull it back. But since it's a little uncomfortable, I want to pull the power back just a little bit. .700 feet per minute's fine.
November Kilo, you parking on the ramp?
Ramp, 1 November Kilo.
November Kilo, I think they're not drilling. Taxi parking with me.
Right on. Right on, Charlie. Taxi with you, 44 November Kilo. Thanks.
Yeah, big time. Have a good day.
Oh, wow, I really got pushed off.
Whiskey's about a 3 mile away base for 3 seconds.
That's Mike Whiskey, runway 33, wind 290 at 13, gusting 23, clear to land.
Oh, 33, clear to land there. Mike Whiskey.
see if we can save this squelch. Okay. Box comm level. Ah, there it is. Check, check, check. Ah, that's so much better. Check, check, check. That's better. Alright, there's 5,000 feet. Oil pressure still 23. Temp 210, which is fine. We're going to pull the power back. We're not going to go for any speed records today. Cooled off up here. You need to drop that flap just a little bit more. If I let go, it rolls to the right. Acknowledge traffic. Inside the Delta, we know that. Alright,
Mike Whiskey, you can make the right on Charlie and taxi to parking with me.
Right on Charlie, taxi to park with you, Barons. Mike Whiskey.
At a 26. Full temp dropping. 2600. Let's see, we're charging. EGTs are 1112. DHDs are 294. So to make a turn back over the airport. We don't want to get too far away. So nerve-wracking getting off that runway. Nothing more exciting and terrifying than flying a plane to be able to crash. Alright, we got lots of fields over here. Oh. Lots of turbulence right there. We got to pull back to 2,700, and we're doing 106 knots. Our ground speed is, oh geez, ground speed is 87. Now we got a bit of a wind coming this way. Whoa! Oh, that was a push. Alright, so still showing 5.5 gallons. It shows about a gallon more tail down than tail up. Alright, so temperature's great, 192, pressure still 23, charging 13.4 volts. don't know. Maybe we need to put the trim tab on the tail. I put just a little bit of the little left rudder. It stops rolling that way. Of course, my ball is off a little bit to the left, so I'll try that. 100 knots, no problem. What's our true airspeed? We're not that high. Cruise showing basically an extra 10 knots. Oh, it gets really bumpy this side of town. $190 for oil temp, 789 for our exhaust, 285 for our head. And we do got a bit of crosswind. I got pushed over again. Johnstown Tower, experimental 3848 Delta is just off the departure rate of 15. I'd like to re-enter the downwind for 33 if possible.
Right, Delta, verify you're off the departure end 33.
I'm at 5,100 feet.
Okay, you can enter the left downwind for runway 33. Report the base.
Alright, I'm going to enter left downwind for 33 and I'll report base 38 Delta. Alright, let's get below. Whoa. Gonna be a crap landing, I know it. Don't say that. It'll be fine. Alright, 4,200 feet. There's 38. Alright, since we're getting blown in, let's go this way. There's 36. There's not flat. We definitely trim. There's 84 knots, 82 knots. Alright, we're pattern altitude. We have a big, long runway to deal with. Or to play with, I should say. Alright. Johnstown Tower, experimental 3848 Delta, turning base 33.
Experimental 48 Delta, runway 33, wind 280 at 13, clear land.
Clear land, 38 Delta.
500.
Oh, we're losing altitude fast. Alright, so this loses altitude pretty quick. That's better.
$500.
line of Cowboy. Oh, that sucked.
Expand Mountain 48 Delta, where are you parking?
Back to Hangar 11.
Delta, if you make that right on Bravo 2, and left Bravo, Fox to parking.
Yep, off of Bravo 2, Bravo Fox to parking, back to 11, 38 Delta, 48 Delta. Oh my God, it was rough. But it was fun. Just a lot more sensitive, that's all. Alright, some fresh air. Oh, one of the things I did is, so I didn't have to hold this, put a bit of a notch. Like taxi with it up at one click. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Look at the flag. That was an ugly crosswind landing. I just need more landings than this. Get more comfortable. I have got a knot in the pit of my stomach. That was a lot of fun. But like I said, it's a bit nerve-wracking. I'm glad I was able to figure out hit that so it's not so loud whenever I was up in the air. That brought the stress level down. It's amazing how much noise in your headset adds to the stress. Yeah, and cruise, this thing cools down right off. And we didn't overtemp either on climb out, which was nice. And even climbing at 80 knots, we were doing 700 to 800. If I brought it back up down to, I brought my speed to 70, like 72, 73 knots. I was climbing, birds. I was climbing 900. So, yeah, so VY looks like it's going to be about 900 to 1,000. You know, I'm 150 pounds under gross at the moment, or maybe closer to 200, because I don't have a whole lot of fuel in here. And a general cruise climb is 600, 700, which is just awesome. Yeah, I'll put this one together again, and I'll post it. I appreciate everybody flying along today. Yeah, the absolute oil temp peak was 210, pressure was 29. I guess that's probably right at full throttle. EGT was 1155 today. 1261 on number 2, and then 330 and 320 on the head. This thing gives me no reason to worry. I guess next flight, I'm going to go out to the practice area and burn a little fuel. Alright, here we are back home, looking at all the construction. It'll be nice when that's all done. My hangar mate's been gone for a little while, which has been nice, and don't have to drag out a big plane to get my little one out. Alright. Go ahead, shut down.